the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Out there, offense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You look at this Saints defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Keep going. Go fast. Got to touch that up. The ball on the side. Here we go.
Throwing Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Nix to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
To throw is Nix. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll go play action with Nix. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Touchback kicker. Get him, boy. Big hit, baby. Big hit. Take it to him. Deep.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Come on, baby. Put him down. Defense. Right now, D. Let's shut him down. Shut him down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Defense, one stop.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. The first down carry now for Miller. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the first and goal.
On the ground with a tight end. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Miller is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The late groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw, here's Nix. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. Now they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Stick him, defense. Make him feel it, baby. Go defense. Make us proud. Don't let him catch the ball, defense. Come on.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Nix. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On play action, here's Nix. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, 33 yards. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Keep it going. Take it to him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. He throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show.
This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Nix from the shotgun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Keep it together, defense. Defense together.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this one complete again to Mims. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final game.
The kicker here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half. He didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking middle, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. At the point after, good by Groupie. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
There it is.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's bring it in.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go. Keep it rolling, fellas. 18 reps. Let's go. I want to see your TD celebration dance.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Nix. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. It's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the point after, good by Groupie. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Under pressure, they got him again. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Get after him, offense. He's gonna make the play here. Just be patient. Just take it to him. Let's go.
Back to throw. Nix. Open man downfield. It's Velo. Now inside the 25. for a Broncos score. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half. To throw is Nix. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown, Broncos. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is... Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the defense has got it. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. There's a 27-yard pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing Nix. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Nix to the air. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion.
That one, though, falls incomplete.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's show that momentum, offense. Lock it. Be patient. Let's make some good calls. You can make a play here. Take it to him.
Scoring on this drive. I feel it. Stop him.
Down like a lawnmower, baby.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
touchdown, Denver. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Patterson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of...
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?